Young, but I'm making millions to work a night shift. Yeah, work the night shift. Young, but I'm making millions to work the night shift.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and this video is just gonna be me sitting down, doing my makeup, and really talking to you guys about where I've been, my anxiety, just this social media craze that we're in, and really becoming the best version of myself, because it has been a journey. It's not easy, sis. I already did my brows. I showed you guys, like, first I laid a primer on my brows, then I outlined them to get a really good shape. Then I go in with my Makeup Forever Aqua Brow to darken the tail and give it a more realistic look. And so now we can go into like kind of carving out the brows. I have everything listed in the description box. I really wanted to talk to you guys while serving a look, because you guys ask me for makeup all the time. So I don't know if you guys really realized, but back in like December, January, February, I was barely uploading on YouTube. I think I was giving the boys and girls like 1 to 2 videos a month, which is definitely unacceptable. Because when it's something that you are passionate about, because I'm a creative and I love the art of creating, that wasn't really what I wanted to do. But mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and just physically, I was not my best self. And if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, sis, what were you doing? I was essentially kind of hiding from myself, and I didn't want people to see me. Like, literally, I was reposting old photos of myself where I can mentally see I was happy, and physically I looked happy, and that was a good space for me. And in that time where I was like not posting, I gained so much weight. I, in the past, talked about how much money I spent on takeout. Sis, all I did was eat. I don't know what was wrong with me, but all I did was eat. And I think that, you know, a lot of us struggle with being emotional eaters. I'm gonna be the first to say it. I learned emotional eating from my mother. Like, facts. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you dearly, but that's the woman who I learned it from. And literally, emotional eating isn't like, oh, I'm sad, let me sit down and, you know, eat a pint of ice cream. No, it's like, oh, I'm happy, everything in life is going well. That, you know, idea that I just pitched to a brand, they've accepted it, they love it, let me go eat. And that's what it was all about. I stopped cooking, you know, and when people are buying you dinner, sis, what can you do? And so I just reveled in that. And girl, I put on the pounds. And when I say that I gained weight and I was unhealthy, it doesn't mean I didn't love myself. That's not at all what I'm saying. But seriously, you can be in a mental space and you're hiding from yourself. Mentally, you're just kind of going with emotions, because I was not happy with my living situation. A lot of you guys don't even know I moved 3 times, and I didn't want to say anything about it because, one, I don't need the pressure of anybody else. Like, I keep that with my loved ones, my family, people who could, you know, be of direct assistance. And then, like, once I move through it, of course, like, I'll share. And on social media, I don't want to get so personal, because sometimes people grow an attachment, a connection, and it can become unhealthy to the point where you're kind of like judging me for living my life and moving through. So I use discretion. I don't put out this image of perfection ever. And I don't think I've ever done that on my channel. You guys know I've been struggling since I got kicked out, you know, and to be honest with you, I go through the motions. I have my happy moments, yes, but we go through it. And eating was my coping mechanism. That's how I soothe myself. That's how I make myself feel better about a situation that is honestly taking a toll on me. Let me focus. Let me get these brows together. I'm gonna go in and prime my face now, you know, since my brows are done. And I'm using the Hourglass primer. This is one of my favorites. This is the Veil Mineral Primer. It is life, okay? I'm going to apply this with my beauty blender. Just all over the face. But like, I got through it. And you know what I'm saying? One of the biggest things when you're going through a lot of things, you know, just know that you're gonna get through it. If you want to get through it, if you are looking for support, don't ever stop actively looking for support. And it can come from within, it could come from someone on the internet, whatever. But like, moving 3 times did me in. I don't know how many people could do that. I was so unhappy with my living situation. I'm still not 100% happy with it. But the biggest difference now versus then is I had to really come to terms with the fact that I had become disconnected with God, and my unhappiness with my situation was like very much mental. I had issues, of course, real life issues with my neighbors, blatant disrespect, racism, and it impacted my work so much that I didn't even want to create content. And I came to the realization, God has blessed me. I live in a townhouse. I didn't talk about it. It is what it is. I'm not going to be someone who shows where I live. That's not what I'm about. I actually had a situation, so I don't really talk about where I live. I'm in a good place, but I'm not 100% happy. But I need to stop letting my environment impact me so much to the point where I can't even create, where I can't even be the person that I know myself to be. Like, I was going from being super bubbly, I'm very, very funny and like just hysterical, and I was just basically becoming anxious, and my anxiety translates as aggression. A lot of people don't know that about me, but yo, I can become really raw really quick, and it becomes very bad, and anybody in my path, woo, you could get it. And that was so unhealthy. And that's how you can really damage a lot of your friendships, a lot of, you know, your relationship. Like, sis, I was going off all the damn time, and I'm like, damn, I'm having to say sorry all the damn time because I'm just on edge. And I'm using the Inferno palette. This is from Bad Habit Beauty. You can get this at hush.com. You can get this at shophush.com. And I'm using a cross between Warmth, Hot Spot, and Burn. So literally, sis, I think, you know, and when you gaining weight, I wasn't working out, so it's like I'm becoming anxious. I'm not being stimulated in a way that's healthy, so I'm spazzing out. I'm becoming super aggressive, and people don't realize, like, getting yourself into better physical shape can really translate to you being a better person all around. I snap way less now, okay? Way less. The only time you might get a snap now is like, you know, when it's that time, which is, you know, everybody understand, they don't be calling me, they leave me alone. But I'm better at managing my stress, managing my anxiety. When I feel like I might snap, you know what, I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna go running. Running has been my therapy. Listening to Therapy for Black Girls podcast has been everything. And literally, I don't know, like, I'm so happy I found it, and it's opened me up to, you know, thinking about really, you know, getting a session, you know, setting up therapy. I've been to counseling before. Like, I don't think it's taboo. It's incredibly healthy. I think I'm probably one of the few people in my family who actually goes and get it done. Everybody always talk about I'm crazy, but no, sis, you can help yourself in more ways than one. Now I'm going in with this Inglot eyeliner gel in the color number 94. This is the key to a bomb eyeshadow look. It is the perfect like thing. So here's a trick that I learned from Nicole Guerriero. You kind of put the gel on your eye. You're gonna like stack it, make it a little thick, and then you want to look up, and this will tell you where you need to cut your crease. Sis, this has changed my makeup looks because a lot of the time you're not going up high enough. So girl, Yes. But I've been on my weight loss journey, and I honestly am so happy. I've lost over 30 plus pounds. Yes, I'm going to be doing a video. It's going to be super in-depth. I want you guys to know that you can do this, and encouragement and support from people you don't even know can often make a world of a difference. I have so much support online. I have support in my real life. My family, my loved ones, they ride for me. I got everybody making vegetarian meals, like, and I'm so happy. My family, my loved ones, they're not going to give up, you know, the pork, the collard greens, you know, the ham hocks. They're not about to do that for me, but what they will do is kind of meet me halfway. Let's make a dish that, you know, she can eat as well. And to me, that is so, so important. And I'm just so thankful. But don't expect people to change their lives because you want to make a change. You should, for people that you love and that support you, they should be receptive. They should be open. They should hear you out. And if they want to make a stride with you, be, you know, open. Don't be kind of unbearable. I'm very just like, I send people recipes. I'll let them taste stuff that I eat, and it makes a difference. Oh, let me hold up. And I love that I'm a vegetarian now. People ask me all the time, do I miss meat? Like, of course you're gonna miss it, but am I gonna go back to eating meat? No. Do I miss my mother's fried chicken? Come on, girl. Yeah, I have southern roots. A lot of my family is from North Carolina and South Carolina, and you know, when I go down there, they're not trying to hear about what I'm doing, but I'm very thankful for my roots, where I came from. And there are so many alternatives, ways that you can just like make vegetarian dishes bomb and reminiscent of Southern comfort food. Like, sis, you got to be open. I bought an air fryer. It's everything. I'm so excited about that purchase. Woo, child. And I'll link the air fryer that I got below in case you guys are interested, so you're ready when I start doing those videos for it. And I'm just really trying to make this base as thick, well, not as thick, but as even as possible, so that it, you know, my pigment that I put on, it'll look amazing. This is how you look like a snack, okay? And whew. So now, like, I used to work out like 6 days a week. That's when I was trying to kick in gear. But now I work out anywhere from 5 to 6 times a week, but I'm gonna cut it down to like 3 to 4 times a week. I know everybody's doing keto, sis. It's not for me. I'm be running 5 miles. I don't think I could do keto and get the, you know, the carb load that I need to endure and persevere on a 5-mile run, sis. I already told you guys, I think I might need life alert because it's hot outside and running the distance is no joke. So this next product, this is the Inglot AMC pigment in the color number 24. It is beautiful. I love Inglot for their pigments. They have super pigmented products, and the color payoff is just gorgeous. I think these are so high quality, yes. And whenever I wear this pigment, I get so many compliments. You want to take your time in packing this on and really create clean lines. I think that is what makes the best makeup look, clean lines. And believe it or not, you can always kind of fix up your makeup if you make a mistake, you know. But keep practicing. Do not give up. I promise you, sis, the way I used to look when I did my makeup in the beginning is not how I do it now, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna grow. If you keep practicing, sis, listen to me, you're going to grow. That's a fact. I like the way you move.
your thing. You can bring it on. You can swing it this way.
Okay, so this does give quite a bit of fallout, and I just like to use a brush to kind of fan it away. But to be honest with you, these little gold reflex, they really create a nice little, seamless finish and a blur effect for your, moisturizer, your foundation, whatever you choose to use. Another thing I wanted to talk about is like social media and this infatuation with perfection and presenting these images that you live your best life and that there are absolutely no issues, no problems. Like, it couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. We have to stop glorifying, what we think or what we perceive to be perfection, because sis, you know what I'm saying? It's more than what meets the eye. I could tell you that, like, for real. Whew, child. The facades, okay? And once you realize, like, your fave struggles, and once they tell you I'm struggling, like, I guess that's when people have their epiphany. But not everyone is perfect. And I think it's crazy when you see people who are making all of this money, and then, they drop a GoFundMe and then they need help. It really kind of makes you think, like, why are we going to crowdfunding? Why are we, resorting to crowdfunding if you are living your best life, if you make all this money, if every video you do is sponsored? Like, what is the issue? And it makes me think, like, how many people are saving? How many people are really stacking their coins, like 401k, like making sure you're okay? If you die, can somebody bury you? Like, these are real life situations. And instead of worrying about being, at every event, make sure that account looks right. Like, make sure it looks good. Oh, just so you guys know, I used the Sephora Make No Mistake Foundation and Concealer Stick in Mahogany, and I used the NARS Tinted Velvet Matte Skin Tint in Malaga. Because the girl then got a little tan, so I'm just trying to make sure everything matches. I'm using a makeup sponge to just, dab everything out. But yeah, it's so important to realize it's more than what meets the eye and all the breakups on YouTube. Ugh. If there's anything that I learned, if you are happy, this is just for me. I'm not going to share the private parts of my life. I think everybody on here, you could probably guess that. Like, I'm not going to do that because it messes with your psyche. Like, I need something for myself, and I know I deserve that. And if I want to keep that to myself, I would hope that the people who genuinely support me and ride with me understand that and respect it. And when the time is right, you might get like a picture of a hand, you know what I'm saying? I keep personal life personal, and this is sort of like business. This is a business for me. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a business for me, and I treat it as such. I'm very strategic in my approach and the images that I project, not because I'm trying to give you perfection, but if this was corporate, okay, and I was still working at a pharmaceutical company, I would be giving the exact same vibe, like 100%. Because you have to be careful, and that's how I was like brought up. My mother was very hard on me as far as like making sure that whatever I put on the internet, it accurately depicts who I am as a young black woman. Now I'm going in with my Kevin Aquan Sensual Skin Enhancer, and I'm not going to do the most, I promise. Very little. Like when one of my fave like influencers, YouTubers comes out and says something, I'm just like, you're entitled to that. Life happens, and I know things get crazy, and people go through a lot of changes, and life comes at you fast, and I think people forget like how crazy life could be. Like my mother always told us, life is a trip and then you die. It's so real, like so real. So I think we need to practice more patience. We need to be more understanding and don't have super high expectations of humans, because they're humans, they're prone to error. And I think we fall into this thing of like judging people, and that to me is so detrimental. And growing up in this time, when I have babies, I'm gonna try not to be super protective, but the way in which people are and how they're raising their kids, and how it's really indicative of how hurt people are, it's really scary. You have to be super careful. Like, be careful with your words, be careful with your actions. You can't take something back. Once you say something, especially on the internet, it is with you forever. And I think people sleep on that a lot. That's why I am very careful about what I say. And it's going to be my truth. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like it, but I'm always going to make sure that I'm very respectful. People might want you to step out of character, but if that's not who you are and that's not how you were raised, don't think that you owe somebody a response. You know what? Because silence is sometimes the greatest lesson you can give anyone. And it doesn't mean you lost, because a lot of people have so much to prove. It's not because you have something to prove. You know who you are. I answer to God. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown woman. I don't have to answer to anybody else but God. And that's how I live my life. And I leave it to Him, because God gonna make it right. I'm going back in with the Sephora Make No Mistake concealer and foundation stick in mahogany. This is an alternative for the Bobbi Brown skin foundation stick, okay, in the color chestnut. It's the exact same thing, exact same color. So, if you want to save a coin, go ahead, sis. And I used to like over conceal, over highlight, but now that my skin is in such better shape, I use a lot less product, which makes me excited. I'm really messing up this headband, but But I think just be patient with people and be understanding. And sometimes popularity is currency, but the cost of popularity, what is that? What does that mean to you? How popular do you want to be? I think when people meet me and they realize how like down to earth I am, how chill I am, like, sis, I repeat outfits. I don't own any Louboutins. I'm not saying I ever would, but like, I like to invest in memories and travel, things that make me a better person. But that's just me. That's just me. Everybody is entitled to live their life the way that they want to. But like, what are some things that you've struggled with, in dealing with social media? I know a lot of people do this social media cleanse, this technology detox, because it really can mess with your mental if you're not careful. Okay, so I went in to powder my face because I'm super oily all over, especially in the T-zone. So now I'm just going to use the Milani Supreme Kohl eyeliner. This stuff is really good. It lasts. It's from the drugstore.
Work the mommy, I like you, but it's sloppy. Dad, Poppy got a brand new bag. For real, I taking kilo deal like Shaq. Ask Michael Jackson.
Okay, so now I'm doing my signature wing liner, and I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. Now I'm gonna contour just a teeny. So now I'm gonna highlight using the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. Again, drugstore find. And then I'm gonna be using a little bit of the Inglot AMC pigment, which I used on my eyes. So I like to go in with the pigment first while my face is still a little damp. And you know, because this is how you get the ultimate glow. And then I just mix in the Master Chrome because it softens the pigment. Next, I'm going to apply my super dramatic lashes, and these lashes are from Kiss. It's the I Envy by Kiss in the style 01, and this is from their iconic line. Okay, so they're super dramatic from the beauty supply store, sis. Okay, don't sleep on the beauty supply store. For my lip color, I like to combine my Velvet Matte Skin Tint, and I like to then use my concealer stick and a little bit of the Gloss Bomb by Fenty Beauty. And this is like such a cute neutral look. So this is me, this is my look. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this like chit chat, talking, and like just getting to know where I have been, where I currently am, and just know that where I'm going is going to be even better. And watch out for my weight loss journey video, and I'm going to do a vegetarian video as well. And let me know what you guys want to see from me. If you enjoyed this look, this type of video, definitely hit that thumbs up, subscribe, join the family, and comment below. I love engaging with you guys, so hit me up in the comments section. And I hope to see you in the next one. And to anybody out there, like, you got this. It gets dark before you come to the light.